Where, those four questions, where am I selfish? Where am I dishonest so that I can get honest? Where is my pride? Where am I self-seeking? And where am I frightened? Where am I in fear? Those four questions so that I can get to the bottom of where am I to blame. These things are what actually begins to set me free, to give me that sense of real relief, lasting relief, not this fake relief. Like, oh, I can hide. There's no hiding from myself. Aloha. Alex here with Aloha Speaks. And the topic of observing the adult isn't complete without the parentheses today, which says, in need of a hall pass, in quotes, hall pass. And the word observing is in bold red because it's being in that observation mode, being in that macroscopic perspective, pulling back and looking at this situation, and that was inspired by listening to the news. Sometimes, well, it's there. So I have my, of course I judge. I judge, okay. What do I do with it? So I am going to say the so-called adults. So-called in charge of the government. Because that's what's in the news. Acting like adolescents, like teenagers in school, because that's what I was pulling back, and I'm like, what does this look like? Because when I was in school, it was like, when I would get a hall pass, there was a physical sense of relief, like I had a sense of freedom. Yay, I'm free. And it was a physical sense of, it was relief. And that's what I got from what I'm looking at in this refusal, outright refusal to admit mistakes being made, obvious mistakes. No. And by not, but the only way to not admit the mistake is, of course, by, well, let's say dishonesty. It's outright lies, but being dishonest. It's required. That dishonesty is a part of not admitting, by refusing to admit. I'm looking at this. I'm in the observation mode. And what is my takeaway from this? So I'm like, okay. It's like, what am I going to do with this? Instantly. I was out walking. I'm listening to the news. The only takeaway that has value to me is the other thing. I'm in the macroscopic perspective, but the other thing that the Malama Aloha Pono works with is that mirror projection aspect. That's me. That's what I have to get and see from this, is that that's me. And that's a false sense of relief. Like when I would get that hall pass, it's like, well, I'd end up, that was so temporary, and it wasn't really real. It was like I still had to end up back in class. When I am dishonest, when I am not admitting something, which happens, it requires me to not be honest with myself. I have to be dishonest. So hence, here's that segment 1. The admittance and the honesty is in segment 1. Listening, I'm going to skip over that one, but listening is so important. But that's segment 3, that self-assessment. Where, those 4 questions, where am I selfish? Where am I dishonest so that I can get honest? Where is my pride? Where am I self-seeking? And where am I frightened? Where am I in fear? Those 4 questions, so that I can get to the bottom of where am I to blame. These things are what actually begins to set me free, to give me that sense of real relief, lasting relief, not this fake relief. Like, oh, I can hide. There's no hiding from myself. I can think maybe I'm hiding from others. It's me. There's no hiding from me. I have down here tricky and slippery, like I always am in touch with the slippery slope. So this serious, rigorous honesty that is needed to puncture this inflated ego, that I can be like, ho-hum, what a boring subject, while it's doing its dastardly deed. I think that I am getting away with something on a daily basis. Yeah, well, give me a pass. I just want to pass for just a few minutes. It's so tricky. That's not a pass. And to deflate the ego, that's not a pass either, but it is relief. Until next time, aloha.
Welcome to Aloha Speaks, home of Malama Aloha Pono by Alexander Noman.